1-1, it ends there at Sunderland. Welcome back inside the studio. Paul Burmeister, Danny Higginbotham, and Lee Dixon. Guys, as soon as Sunderland equalized, less than a minute into that second half, it just had the feeling that the next goal was coming for that side. Never happened, and I guess you got to give Everton a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure was building, and you expect Sunderland maybe to, with especially the second half performances they've had and goals in the second half, you'd expect them just to press over that line. But fair play to Everton, and towards the end they had a great chance to win the game on the break. So it was a good game without being spectacular. There was a lot of pressure, lots of things to look at and be grateful of. But ultimately, you kind of wanted a winner. We did want a winner either way.
I think what I like about these two teams, and it's not the most pleasing on the eye, but it's two teams that value defending, and you know, and I think it's undervalued now, and I think people forget that it's still an art. And if you only concede one goal, you look at Sunderland, there's only Arsenal that have conceded less. Everton, we know defensively they're more often than not they're strong. So both teams giving as good as they got, but I think the defence ended up coming out on top, and it was a real big collective from both teams, I thought.
So at halftime, Everton led 1-0, and as I mentioned, it didn't take long for it to be 1-1, and that's how it ended. Lee, it's always fun to kick around this topic after a draw. Which side should feel better about this result?
I was saying to Danny during the game, sort of halfway through the second half, it kind of you'd probably take a point each. Obviously, Sunderland at home, they want to win the game, but what they don't want to do is lose that advantage at home of not being beaten at home. So that's kind of in the back of your mind. From Everton's point of view, they did took a point with 20 minutes to go, and yet Alcaraz has a chance at the end to actually win the game and take all 3 points. They've just had 2 defeats, so anything away from home at a place like Sunderland is a good point for them.
How do you see it?
I agree completely, especially when you look at Everton losing 3-0 at home. As a defender, you just want to go and play the next game because you want to sort of make that right. And I thought they defended really well today. But Sunderland, you know, we talk about teams, the newly promoted teams, it's all about the home form. And they're one of only a few teams now without a defeat at home.
Yeah, that kind of keeps you up. If you've got a strong base, and there's no better fans than Sunderland at that stadium. So if you can keep that going for long into the season, you know, say halfway, and you played 10 or 12 games at home, then you're in a position where it's people... Players, when they get on the coach on the way, they read papers, they look at stuff, they look at stats. All of a sudden they go, they haven't been beaten at home. And it kind of just gets in your mind a little bit. So they want to keep that going.
Our first year in the Premier League with Stoke, we didn't win an away game until March. And we ended up finishing 11th. Because our home form was so good. You build it around that. That's the key to staying up in your first year.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host of NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock.